Everyone. I would like to call to order the Winston-Salem Urban Area MPO Technical Coordinating Committee meeting. Due to the Safer at Home order issued by Governor Cooper, members of the Winston-Salem Urban Area MPO Technical Coordinating Committee are participating virtually. All members will vote by roll call. Each member will be recognized, and at that time, the member will state his or her vote. I will ask Kirk Erickson, our recording secretary, to please call the roll.
Thank you, Tanique. Carrie?
Yeah, here.
Tanique?
Here.
Suzette?
Present.
Daryl?
Here.
Fred?
Present.
Kelly Garvin?
Present.
Lee Rollins?
Here.
Scott Buffkin? Scott, did you say something? I see you here. Scott may be having some microphone problems. Megan?
I'm here.
Scott Snow?
Here.
Is there anyone else who's a voting member that I didn't call? All right, Tanique, that sounds like it.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. All right, we will open the floor up for public comments. Was there anyone that joined us that would like to make public comments? Kirk, was there anyone that registered to your knowledge?
I haven't received anything, and I'm not seeing any names I don't recognize in the chat.
Okay. All right. We do have a short agenda today since this is a special meeting. So our first item is an action item for the consideration of the March 18th, 2021 TCC meeting minutes. And I apologize for the error on the agenda. So hopefully you all have had an opportunity to review our minutes, and the actual TCC minutes are attached. So if you've had an opportunity, would anyone like to make a motion?
Scott Snow, motion for approval. Lee Rollins, second.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Lee. It has been properly moved and seconded that we accept the March 18th, 2021 TCC meeting minutes. Kirk, can you call the roll for the vote, please?
Carrie?
Yes.
Tanique?
Yes.
Daryl?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Kirk votes yes. Lee voted yes. Scott Buffkin? Scott may still be having technical difficulties. Megan?
Yes.
Scott Snow voted yes. And Donna?
Okay.
Did I miss anyone?
If you, Kirk, if you called Don, I apologize. I am unmuted at this time.
Okay. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is the consideration of the fiscal year 2022 federal congestion mitigation and air quality call for projects. Victoria will cover this item.
Thank you, Tanique. Congestion mitigation and air quality is a federal program that funds transportation projects and programs in air quality, non-attainment, and maintenance areas to help achieve and maintain national standards for air quality. The NCDOT is the administrator for the program in our state. And funding is apportioned based on the population in the non-attainment and maintenance areas, and also the severity of the air quality problem. For fiscal year 2022, NCDOT has allocated $1,794,028 to the Winston-Salem urban area MPO. 2 candidate projects were submitted for funding consideration. The Winston-Salem Transit Authority requested $920,000 for their night, Saturday, and Sunday service, as well as $874,028 for the replacement of buses and capital items. We didn't have any other projects submitted. The Office of Environmental Assistance and Protection has evaluated both projects to determine the daily pollutant reduction in kilograms. They use a series of computer models that estimate the average emissions for different types of highway vehicles. The proposed projects this year are projected to yield a daily reduction in pollution ranging from 29.37 to 192.2259 kilograms. I'd be happy to answer any questions y'all might have.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions for Victoria? All right, hearing none, would anyone like to make a motion for consideration?
This is Carrie. I'd like to make a motion for consideration.
All right, would anyone like to second?
This is Kelly. I'd like to second.
Very good. It has been properly moved and seconded that we accept the item. Kirk, can you call the roll, please, for the vote?
Carrie voted yes. Tanique?
Yes.
Daryl?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Kelly Garvin voted yes. Kirk votes yes. Lee?
Yes.
Scott Buffkin appears to have microphone issues. Scott, if you want to put your response in the chat, we can do it that way. All right, Scott votes yes. Megan Garner?
Yes.
Scott Snow?
Yes.
And Donna?
Yes.
All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All right, our next item is the consideration of amendments to the 2020 Comprehensive Transportation Plan for the Winston-Salem Urban Area MPO. And that would be covered by Byron.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. On January 21st, 2021, Winston-Salem Urban Area MPOs adopted the Comprehensive Transportation Plan update. The CTP is a multimodal long-range planning document which is not physically constrained and identifies the community's transportation vision to 2045. Staff worked with VHB consultant firm on the update of this document. As a state-required document, this was then reviewed by the Transportation Planning Division of NCDOT. For their review, we are submitting the following amendments and modifications to the CTP update plan. These changes to the plan will update the maps so that they are following CTP 2.0 standards, will include project descriptions and a summary needs statement, as well as updated inventory table, which reflects these changes. This also updates the plan to reflect the most recent amendments to the state's Transportation Improvement Program on projects and schedules identified in our area. The public review period for this was held between March 12th, 2021 and April 11th, 2021. With the public hearing scheduled for today. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions about these proposed amendments.
Thank you very much, Byron. Does anyone have questions for Byron on this item?
Byron, this is Daryl Vreeland, DOT. Were you able to address in the table that issue with the projected traffic and the traffic with roads that are split in the model?
Yes, we did work with the consultant on that and get those issues resolved.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, are there any other questions? Would anyone like to make a motion for consideration?
This is Kirk. I'll make the motion.
Scott
Thank
Snow,
you.
second.
Thank you, Kirk. Thank you, Scott. Kirk, will you call the roll, please, for the vote?
Carrie,
Yes.
Tanique,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
Fred,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Kirk voted yes, Lee,
Yes.
Scott Buffkin. Scott says yes. Megan,
Yes.
Scott Snow voted yes, and Donna.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, everyone, again. All right, our last action item is the consideration of the fiscal year 2020 through 2029 Metropolitan Transportation Improvement Program amendments and modifications for the Winston-Salem Urban Area MPO. Byron, will you cover this item, please?
Okay, no problem. The 2020-2029 Metropolitan Transportation Improvement Program is a listing of all the projects programmed for the Winston-Salem urban area. This document is a subset of the 2045 Metropolitan Transportation Plan and reflects projects programmed included in the state's Transportation Improvement Program. As projects are scheduled, funding program is modified. These changes are reflected in our MTIP. Included in our materials are project modifications, additions, and deletions, which include various statewide program funding modifications, delays for Salisbury Ridge Road and Salem Parkway, Division 9 safety funding amendments, and Part 5310 and 5307 funding allocations. These amendments were made available for public review between March 12th and April 17, 2021, per our public participation policy. At this time, no received. If any comments are received, they'll be delivered during the next meeting. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Byron. Are there any questions for Byron on this item? All right, hearing none, would anyone like to make a motion for consideration?
Lee Rollins, so moved.
Thank you, Lee. Can I get a second, please?
Fred Hayes, second.
Thank you, Fred. Kurt, can you please call the roll for the vote?
Carrie Gentry,
Yes.
Tanique,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
Fred voted yes, Kelly,
Yes.
Kirk votes yes, Lee voted yes, Scott Buffkin. Scott votes yes, Megan,
Yes.
Scott Snow,
Yes.
and Donna.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. We have one information item that we will have for consideration at our May meeting. And it is the review of the fiscal year 2020 through 2029 Metropolitan Transportation Improvement Program amendments and modifications for the Winston-Salem Urban Area MPO. Byron, can you cover this item, please?
Yes, so this item are additional amendments to the Metropolitan Transportation Improvement Program, the 2020-2029. This is coming at the request of the NCDOT for some STIP amendments. Again, as changes are made to the state's Transportation Improvement Program, we also modify our Metropolitan Transportation Improvement Program to reflect those changes. Included in these amendments are the addition of Davidson County Bus Shelter Installation Capital, statewide 5311 program modifications, as well as modifications to accelerate the construction on maintenance work. The amendments will be made available to the public from April 12th to May 13th, and will take action at the May meeting. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions on this item.
Are there any questions for Byron on this item? All right, hearing none, we will move on to the next item, which is the meeting adjournment. Since this was a special meeting, we didn't add all of the other items that we typically have on our agenda, but you will see all of those at our meeting in May. So is there anything that anyone needed to bring before this group before we move to adjourn? All All right. Hearing none, I don't think I have to take a vote for adjournment, do I?
No.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for coming and for your time. And this was one of our shortest meetings. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you all at 4:15. Maybe.